Testing, testing. Hopefully this mic comes out better because the last video's audio were pretty shit. Kind of shit, not gonna lie. It was, yeah, it was pretty shit. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about in this recording is like, it was mainly influenced by the TikTok video I saw. And I was just randomly scrolling in my feed and I just saw that. And it made me feel both intrigued and also devastated in a depressed way because it was one of those DIY videos, but like the audio was like something about some experiences which almost felt too close to what I experienced. And I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that. And it's about, you know, deciding to let go, but then that's when they started to show love when you've already let go of that thought. And it's strange. It's strange how the moment you finally decide to let go is often the moment they begin to show the love you've been waiting for. And that realization carries a kind of pain that is hard to explain. It makes you wonder how comfortable they were while you were always the one reaching out, always expressing your feelings, expressing and always making sure they knew you cared. And as long as you kept chasing them, they never had to think about losing you. They grew used to your presence. They grew expect no, they expected you to stay even after the short replies, the emotional distance, and all the moments that left you questioning your place in their life. And that's what hurts the most, I guess, because some people enjoying receive no some people enjoy receiving love more than giving it. Yeah, that was one of the lines that really caught my attention. And it just makes it feel like your effort made them feel valued and your patience reassured them. And every time you chose them, it reminded them that someone would always be there. And only when you stopped pouring so much of yourself to them did they realize that they had been taking it for granted. When you pulled away, they experienced the same uncertainty that you had been reliving with all along. And suddenly they feared losing the person who had always made them feel cared for. Oh god, I lost breath. Okay, what I said was, uh, that's where everything becomes confusing because they feared losing the person who had always made them feel like they cared for. And you begin asking yourself whether they truly love you now or if they simply miss the version of you who constantly gave them attention, reassurance, and affection without asking for too much in return. Even the bare minimum is already being too much. And then by the time they finally start giving you the love you once begged for, the love that you wanted so bad for that person, but you realize your heart already changed because spending so long trying to prove your worth, it leaves a mark. It teaches you that love shouldn't have been earned without exhaustion. It changes the way you see them, and sometimes it changes the way you see love itself. And before someone finally sees your value, changes the way you look at them forever. And honestly, by the time they finally start showing the love, it's something inside you already feels different. And once your energy and once you stopped fighting so hard to keep their attention, they the fear of losing someone to them becomes apparent. And um it just it put a whole new perspective, I guess, and also it made me more intrigued on that situation. And it's recognizing that you deserved it from the very beginning. And I mean that by because sometimes um, the greatest act of self respect is just accepting the love that finally arrived. Wait, no, no, no. I said that wrong. Wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Uh, because sometimes the greatest act of self respect, yes, is simply choosing to take a step back from that person and realizing your worth. And yeah, that's pretty much it.